the men's 1500 metres lined up, and a very good field we've got here. Not so much the names on that page, but we've got Centrovits and Suleiman going up against each other here, throwing Ingebrigtsen, Robbie Andrews of the USA as well, and a really intriguing race. Fast race, we hope. Suleiman has asked for the pacemakers, Kombic and Bet, to take him through in a very, very quick 2:48, running pretty much 56-second laps. I'm not sure they'll be able to do that, but Suleiman has been running 800s, 1500s, has said he will double up at the 8 and the 1500 metres in Beijing. Centrovits will be heading off to high altitude training camp in Japan at the weekend after this race, and he will be looking for another quick race after a superb run in Monaco. I say superb run, he's well down the field with 3:30.4. Henrik Ingebrigtsen. Actually, his two younger brothers ran in the B race earlier on this evening. Watch out for Jakob in particular, who's just a teenager. And he'll be catching up with older brothers, well, maybe not soon, but certainly the next 2-3 years, I reckon. Özbilen, former world indoor silver medalist. And the European indoor medalist this year. Seems so long ago, Prague in March. Robbie Andrews in there, who had a great run at the American Championships as well, second in the American Championships. Had to go and then set up a race to join Centrovits in the Beijing team. He had to go and set up a race in Portland to run the qualifying time. No such problems for Suleiman or Centrovits. Just a question tonight of how quick can they go. Asbel Kiprot set that scintillating 3:26.69 in Monaco, not far from the world record, of course. And Suleiman, well, he's brash and brave enough, I don't know if brave is the word, but certainly thinks he can go and win both events or contest both events. And given that, you know, he learned a lesson, I think, with what happened in Monaco, the 800 Tuca and everything that's been going on there, where it's going to either be a foolish thing, whether or not you should just concentrate on the 1500 and see whether or not he can win something. Well, that's something for his camp to sort out, but he has said he will double up. So, fast pace, he's settled in behind the pacemakers. So is Centrovits, which is good to see. And Centrovits will try, I'm sure, and just hope that Suleiman maybe gets this a little bit wrong. Follow him, don't let him get too far away. Ingebrigtsen well up there as well. Through the first 400, a very stupidly quick 53.47 for the pacemakers.
Yeah, the pacemaking was supposed to develop a 56-second first lap. They are off that pace, I must say. But all of the principles that you've mentioned are there. Özbilen is at the tail end of that little group. Centrovits is there as well. And so is Suleiman. He's been chasing the second pacemaker, Kombic. That's Ismail Kombic, right the way through. The rest really strung out. But that early pace was far too quick. And I wonder what effect that will have on the third lap of this 1500 metres.
2 laps to go. Suleiman in the yellow will be controlling this once they drop out, but there's a much slower second lap. Look how much they've all just bunched up, and further back in the pack, the likes of the American Robbie Andrews will be enjoying this. El Kham of Morocco in the yellow and the kind of bald head. 60 seconds for the third lap. So El Kham was close. Ingebrigtsen just ahead of him. Centrovits, Özbilen, a big group then just starting to take closer order. The headband, as always, worn by Peter Jan Hannes of Belgium, the tall figure in there as well. The sunglasses, as ever, on Ingebrigtsen's head, and the floodlights here in Stockholm. But this has slowed right down.
Yeah, and it was bound to after that first sub-54. It was very, very quick. And I just wonder, with Kombic dropping out now, and it's down to Suleiman and Özbilen, Ingebrigtsen and Centrovits, those four. But they are beginning to close down again. It's a big group all of a sudden. Now they go into this lap now, all bunched up.
They take the bell, and Suleiman now just trying to control this from the front. Özbilen on his shoulder. Centrovits always dangerous in a slow race. Then we've got in the yellow, El Kham of Morocco. Ingebrigtsen on the inside. Robbie Andrews just being passed on the outside. Zalhi But look at El Kham just trying to go with this. Centrovic has got nothing here. Suleiman's kicked hard. Osbolen trying to go with him. And Centrovic really should have been able to do better than that. And it's Suleiman now with Osbolen right behind him. This is a bit of a surprise that Suleiman can't shake him off. No surprise that these two have got away from everybody else. A big last 200 from the man from Djibouti. So Suleiman kicking away. And now finally he can relax. Ingebrigtsen finishing quickly behind. Halusa finishing quickly behind. So Suleiman takes the win. 3:33, slow by his standard. Halusa with a very, very fast finish gets ahead of Osbolen, and others trailing in, including a very, very tired Matt Centrovic. Quite a disappointing race, really, only because of what we've seen so far this year. And Suleiman, he asked the pacemakers to go out hard, slowed the race down, and then a big burn up over the last 200. Halusa comes from absolutely nowhere, with Robbie Andrews finishing quickly as well. But yeah, Roland Beijing, I think, Stuart.
Yeah, it went very much with a form book there, didn't it, with Suleiman, who's been pretty, well, unconvincing so far this season. He's had some dreadful performances and some good performances, but we'll go with the 33-33. I think you're right. When you come back from the heady heights of